Hey, it's Camo with Nashville Access, Facebook Live, Pie Wagon Sessions. We're here with Lewis Brice today. Coincidentally, his name is on this EP that we got sent through. Nice to meet you, man.
Very nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm good. Best X Ever, cool song. That's your single.
Yeah, man. That's what we got out there. It's a fun representation of like somewhat of who I am, who I've been, kind of what I've been through. And
kind of a party song.
Yeah, a little party song. It's a nice gesture towards exes.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. That's cool. I love the inspired title of this EP. It's called EP.
Yeah, it's called EP. You know?
Did you think long and hard about that one?
Extra precious.
That's good. Now, you've got, I don't want to dwell on it, but you've got some family line going here on this. You are the brother of Lee Brice.
I am. I was actually hanging out with him this morning. He don't get a lot of time off, but last night where I was at his farm, we went hunting this morning actually. So if I smell like
manure,
deer stuff,
that's not bad lineage. You've got a brother that's doing that.
No. It's awesome to be able to work with him. I'm able to look up to him and I learn a lot from him because he's been in the business for 15 plus years, and so he has a lot of good insight of what I've learned from, and
steer you around the potholes.
Yeah, in a sense, we've done a real good job. Like I'm doing a completely my separate path, and so we've done a real good job about keeping the separate sides, and make sure I'm doing my own thing and he's doing his own thing. But we still work together.
Yeah, you co-wrote the song Alabama on here, which is my favorite track on this. I love that song.
Man. That's our, that's kind of like, to me, on that one, that's probably one of the best representations of what the kind of music I like putting across. It's like I love a southern rock, country, but you still got that little bit of choir, churchy soul sound to it, So
that's cool. How have you come into the music business? Was it kind of a hey, he's doing that, I can do that, or have you been working hard, kind of following your own path, and said, you know what, I can do this?
Well, funny enough, actually our parents, growing up, my parents grew up singing. So my mama and all her sisters, they grew up, they're called the Lewis sisters actually. And so my mom's last name is my mom's maiden name is my first name, so full family name. But my mom's sister kind of taught my dad how to sing, and so he sang with all the Lewis sisters and stuff. So that's where he grew up singing in church and different gospel groups, and so. But we grew up listening to country and stuff like that. And so, but Lee was a young, he was probably 9 or 10 when he first got his first guitar, and he was probably 11 or so. But he had a little more beginning passion. He was here, probably about 4 or 5 years before I was. I was a big I love science and stuff, and so I got my associates in science.
Cool.
And so then I had more.
I'm speaking to somebody that's smart.
Oh no, man, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I learned more outside of the classroom, I think.
Yeah.
But I tell you, it's just it's been fun watching what Lee does and his drive, his work ethic, and also the friends and family I've met through his camp, his manager, Enzo, and those guys. The team that I've been able to build, so it's been I've built my own path, and now I finally got to a point where I've kind of got my own team. So
well, it's neat because Nashville is all about these little circles of trust, and when you've got somebody in your family that's got his circle already that can bring you in, and you're going to be looked after and not screwed around,
right?
Because it's tough on new artists, and Nashville's famous for knowing how to separate people from their money.
Yeah, this is true. Very true. But like I said, you're right. My brother has a good circle of people around him, but that circle of people, that's his circle.
But they've brought you in and they say, okay, we can introduce you to people that can help you, and so you've got an independent thing going. Yeah, that's great.
It's really cool, man. I've been really, really happy about the team. We really kind of got the whole team together this year. I've been working on this forever.
Yeah.
It's been about 2 years in the making of finally getting that done, which the next B-side will not take that long. I'm already working on it, so we're already in progress working.
Was it exciting to finally get this EP out?
Words can't even explain it. It was just so many years of me on the road. I mean, it's been 7, 8 years of me just on the road playing my stuff, my music, and some of these songs have been alive for 7, 8 years.
So that's the story of a new artist. For the most part, artists that are the overnight success have been at it for 8 or 10 years, and where's he been? Where's he coming from?
They come from all different directions, and you know, when you hear them, and the one night they say, I don't believe in that a whole lot, because there's a lot. I'm telling you, man, it takes a lot of work to get.
I mean, they do exist, but they're very, very rare.
Very, very far few between. I do believe that, you know, you got to work to get to this point, no matter however you got to do it. There's so many different paths, especially this day and time, to do this. It's a fun process, though, and it's because to me it's always learning something new every day.
Cool. You want to do a song for us?
Sure.
Excellent.
What song would you like to hear?
What do you want to do?
Well, I can do Best X Ever. They probably heard that one on the radio.
Well, we got to support it. So.
Well, let's do that one. Who might play that?
I can't do the shouting part because you don't want that to happen.
Oh, it's group vocals. Well, here's the Best X Evers to all you exes out there. So.
Lewis Brice.
1, 2, hey. Best X Ever. I got kicked out the bar, can't find my car now. I'm at the gas station, phone in a puddle, covered in mud, oh no. It's one of those days, quarters in the payphone, racking my brain, but the only number I can't remember is yours. You are a lifesaver, picking me up in the middle of the night. If you ever need a favor, I got you, girl, you got that right. I know we'll never get back together, but I gotta tell you right now that you are hands down are the best ex ever. Oh yeah. Well, you know when I think, well, when I shoot you up, wink and smile. Got some crime to stop talking, just so you know, even if we don't, it's your piece. The hell out of walking, girl, you can't blame me. You look amazing, you were so dang sweet. Why'd I ever let you go? Cause you are a lifesaver, picking me up in the middle of the night. And if you ever need a favor, I got you, girl, you got that right. I know we'll never get back together, but I gotta tell you right now that you are hands down are the best ex ever. Yeah, oh, the best ex ever. Cause you are a lifesaver, picking me up in the middle of the night. If you ever need a favor, I got you, girl, you got that right. I know we'll never get back together, but I gotta tell you right now that you are hands down are the best ex ever. Yeah, you are the best ex ever. Yeah, well, why'd I ever let you go?
That's very cool. See, I can tell when it's something that fits onto radio these days when my wife starts bobbing her head. 'Cause she's more kind of that contemporary country, the pop side of it. So when she hears that, it's like, yeah, I get that. I like that.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate y'all so much. And it's cool that the sound I have, like I have everything. You know, I've had so many influences over the years. You know, just I love like anything from Jimi Hendrix, you know, to Tom Petty, to the Steve Miller Band, to Marshall Tucker, all the way to Garth Brooks, to Eminem, to Tupac, to Yellow Wolf. To
a lot of younger artists are like that, and I think Garth was probably the first one that made it okay to say, yeah, I listen to rock, I listen to Kiss and Boston and all that kind of stuff. Before that, nobody would ever say. They may have, but they would never say it.
Garth, I was actually able to go watch Garth's show in Atlanta the other night.
Cool.
Man, dude,
he knows how to do it.
He really does. He's got it. I mean, to me, when you're watching him, it's true. Like he enjoys being on the stage. It's a beautiful thing to look up at to. It's like, man, he loves this. He really
Talking
loves
to Colin Ray yesterday, and he said he loved it when Garth came out because it opened everything up for country music to be this full stadium show. But it's a double-edged sword because it almost meant that now country acts had to be a stadium show and do this multi-million-dollar production. But he, Garth has always said from day one, I want the guy sitting up in the nosebleeds to have as much fun as the person that's sitting right down in front. So that really guides you with what you're doing, kind of those Garth words? What would Garth do?
Exactly. I follow right down that path. I've always said, 2 or 2 million, same show. Yeah. And I stick by that. And so, I mean, I was playing a show. Actually, I was opening up for Hank Jr.
Nice.
It was awesome.
No pressure there.
I mean, it was like my 3rd time, and like the 2nd time I ever opened up for me. That's a story for another time. Like, I'll just tell you this: I sang my first show with no guitar at all.
Yeah.
Because it was just a microphone. I never played guitar all the time, so it was awesome. But this show, I was back there, and the stage manager guy came up. He's a nice guy, awesome guy. He says there's probably about a couple thousand person theater. Came up to me and said, "Hey, man, I tell you, it was just I was acoustic myself and my guitar player Josh Waters." And he was like, "Man, I tell you, man, I used to do some tour manager for Ryan Adams and stuff like this. And he'd come out, and some people said he'd be real quiet, at first, but he'd get out there and he would demand your attention. He would rock it out as hard as he could, no matter if there was one person or 100 people, however, he would always rock it as hard as he could." So, man, I always look up at that, and I was like, "Hey, bud, I promise you, when I step on that stage, I'm leaving nothing behind. I can open up for Hank Jr." So, and we got done with our set. We absolutely crushed it. We got done. He walked up to me and said, "Man, thank you very much for what you're in the work." So, I that's one thing I do pride myself on is my live show. Whether it's I'm acoustic or with a full band, I like being big.
I love watching different kind of generations of new artists coming up that have that same experience with the legends. Justin Moore, when he was coming up, and same thing, opening for Hank Jr. and getting invited to sit on the plane, before it takes off, and just that awe of them in the first place. But then when they come up to you after you've left everything on the stage and say, "Yeah, that was great," it's like, yeah, I'm never going to watch that hand again.
Those are words you never forget. So, I had a show with the Oak Ridge Boys the other weekend.
Legends, yeah.
Man, they called me up and I sang Elvira with them.
Oh, is that really cool?
It was the coolest thing.
Wow.
It really was. We ended up hanging out with them on the bus afterwards. Man, I tell you, growing up, my daddy had that in his, always listening to it. So I sent my dad a video of it, and he took it to all his hunting buddies that afternoon. It was like, man. So that was a pretty big deal. But it was nice meeting all of them. They're the nicest guys ever. When I was, man, you guys rock and roll, man. I was like, thank you, man. Keep on rocking.
It's so cool. Shane Owens is the same way because he's kind of been brought in with Randy Travis, and he'll be sitting on his front porch talking to his daddy, and he'll get a phone call, and it's Randy, and his dad will say, "Well, who's that?" It's Randy Travis. And it's just pinch yourself that you're in the circle with these guys. Yeah. Does that ever? Is that an intimidating thing when you're on stage, or do you just have to shut that out?
To me, I feel like I kind of shut it out a little bit because, I can only do my show, and it's like, I don't want to play, I definitely want to play for everybody in the audience, whether it's the band or the audience, I believe in my show, and I try not to get, nervous, I like going out there and performing, it's what I love to do, and so, obviously I get nervous. The bigger the crowds. Actually, it's crazy. The bigger the crowds, the more
I've heard
amped
that.
up I am. The smaller crowds, when I start getting like, all right, I really gotta concentrate. So
I've heard when you get the bigger crowds, it almost is more intimate because you can't see past the second row anyway. So what's the point of worrying about it?
Yeah. So you just give them what you can as hard as you can. So and with the bigger crowds, you also get more energy coming back. And so, to me, I take that energy, I run with it. So,
I get the impression that you really feed off your audience a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's I like rock and roll. I love running around the stage. I love being busy. I love putting on a show. I think.
Well, it is show business, and the first word is show. If you're not doing a show, what's the point?
Yeah, that's why I tell my band members, like, some people, they tell their band members to kind of hold back or not be too flashy. I'm like, I tell my band guys, hey boys, we out here doing a show. I want y'all to rock harder than me because I'm about to bring it. So and so it's fun. I love my drummer Johannes. I agree. He jumps around. He's a great. He's a sight to watch. I tell you, my guitar player and everybody. They're really good. They're fun to watch as well. Just on top of me running around.
You're not smashing any guitars on stage.
I haven't got the budget for that. No. Well, that also, I will say this: my dad saw that happen one time. An artist did that. That's a very claim to fame to do that. And that's one day my dad was like, "Man, I'm good guitar like that." So I was like, I can't bring myself to doing that. I don't think so.
I know. I think Pete Townsend was the first one that really started doing that, and I just remember people saying, how could he do that? That's such a great guitar. But you want to do another song?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you what. Since you like Alabama,
all right, let's do it.
Let's do that song. Yeah, we're down with that.
Lewis Brice.
Here's a song called Alabama. I grew up in Sumter, South Carolina, and for fun, we like bonfires. And so this one bonfire that we wrote about, my brother and I, had a girl named Alabama. Well, we wasn't her name. That's all we remember the name is. So here's a song called Alabama.
Some good old boys and the corn-fed drinking shotgun and cold Bud Lights. Lip syncing on the tailgate. Hank was singing "Oh Elijah." One of those never saw it coming. Best nights of our lives, yeah. We called her Alabama, yeah. Nobody at the party knew her, pulling up in that four-wheel drive. She had trouble up to her elbows, mud up to her headlights. She was hot like Megan Fox, cool as Jack on ice, with her knee-high boots and low-cut jeans, and moon shining in her eyes. Alabama, we never will forget her. Oh man, you should have seen her. Alabama, well, she partied all night, danced like a fiend, drank like a fish, and water by stream, spun us in circles like a dream, straight out of a movie scene. Only insert crazy guitar solo right here. On the record, it has a double solo. With no one like her. Yeah, she moved like the song was wrote. All the girls were taken by her. She had them laughing and taking notes. She partied all night, danced like a fiend, drank like a fish, and water by stream, spun us in circles like a dream, straight out of movie scene. Alabama, well, we never will forget her. Oh man, you should have seen her. Forget her. Oh, Alabama. Well, they called her Alabama. Yeah. Well, they called her Alabama.
Very cool. I love that.
Oh, thank you. thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Very
Thank
cool.
you, man.
What do you got coming up that we need to plug?
Well,
Dates?
I got some dates coming up. This weekend I'm going to play a place called The Tap. Next weekend I'm out with my brother.
Nice.
Uh,
I know one of the shows are at the Fillmore, Detroit.
Oh, that's cool.
Actually, they did about, I think the week. No, that's 2 weekends from now. We're playing the Milwaukee Casino coming up.
Nice.
I forgot the name of it.
They can get on your website. You
Yep.
got all your concert dates.
Come to lewisbrice.com.
Mm-hmm.
That'll take you to all my websites and also mine has my dates. And we got some new merch coming out. very
Excellent.
soon. Pretty excited about that.
Nice.
We're gonna get a whole different thing. We got a shirt called Whiskey Nights. I got a song called Whiskey Nights. And so we're actually doing a shirt like that for
Cool.
the dudes. And we got a cool little tank for the ladies coming out, but we'll show it to you. I'm pretty excited about that coming out. Maybe get a couple hats.
Nice. Nice. But the EP, go and get it and download the music. It's called EP Lewis Brice. It rocks. You're really going to love it. Trust me.
Thank you very
for
much,
coming by, man.
Appreciate you very much.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
See you later.
Y'all have a good one.